Big Herc 916, positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. Go to bigherc916.com, pick you up some merch, and wash that ass. Go pick you up a bar of that monkey farts. Get that butt clean. You know, a viewer was asking me about dating and picking out women, and you know, I just want to point out a few things of the obvious, or maybe not so obvious. And typically, when I used to, you know, look for a female that you want to consider girlfriend material, you look for someone who was a little more reserved in public, but a freak in the bedroom. You know, you don't want a female whose, you know, post consisted of her twerking on somebody's boat or at the club, shaking ass, grinding. I mean, just all over the place, because you know that she's a loosey-goosey with that thing. That thing has been tossed around and beat up. You want the woman who's got a little bit more class about herself. You know, she doesn't say that, you know, she's outwardly slutty, but behind closed doors, she's an animal. You know, she'll be willing to try things with you based on your trust, and you can work with her. See, the one that's already out there doing all that wild shit, you don't know who else she's doing that wild shit with. And when it comes down to it, she's probably at a point where, you know, you're trying to turn a hoe into a housewife, which, if you got your shit together, you got a lot more options. You ain't got to turn a hoe into a housewife. You can just go get you a housewife. And that's why guys go get them housewives and they have them hoes on the side. But they ain't turning a hoe into a housewife. You know, a young female, you know, out here who's got a body count, 100, 200, they bragging, that thing is blowed out, and then they thinking down the road, they're gonna try to get somebody to wife them. Look, who wants to wife somebody who got 200 bodies, 3 kids, and they're an aging sex star? Whether it be strip club, fans only, my fan, whatever you want to call it, my fans, whatever they're doing, but they're an aged sex star, and now they're looking to get a husband, because nobody really wants to go into their 40s alone without companionship, quality time. Who wants to wife somebody like that? You're bragging about, you know, maybe you're not bragging. At that point, maybe you don't try to forget, but with the 3 kids or 4 kids, 4 baby daddies, and posts that got millions of views, you can't hide that. So those are things you want to think about before you get out there and just, you know, post all the ratchet shit and think that, oh man, you know, I'm getting this and getting that. I mean, I've seen women putting, you know, blowing fire out of their coochies and slapping weights against they monkeys, all type of crazy stuff, man. And you thinking, damn, you know what I mean? What is she gonna be like when she's in her 40s? Blowed out. Nobody wants a blowout. And, you know, it goes, you know, without saying that, you want somebody that other people desire, but you don't want somebody that everybody else has, you know, ran through like an X Games. Not cool. You want to find quality, you know. Now, if you're just trying to bust cheeks, yeah. The girl who's always showing her ass crack, or, you know, her monkey, or she's always doing this and that, you know, you can bust her cheeks and keep it pushing. But It has to be more than that when you talk about really producing wifey material. There's got to be some conversation there. There's got to be some value there. You know, some of these women, man, look, go to their house after you bust their cheeks, look under their bed. If you can't see from one side to the next, no good. That means she's filthy. She'll never clean under her bed. I mean, she's tossing stuff down there. She got old underwear, panties and shit, you know, clothes underneath there. If her laundry is overflowing, if you go to her bathroom and she's got old tampons and the bathroom trash in there is filthy with old stuff in there, man, that's nasty, man. And then go check the refrigerator. And then you see stuff in the refrigerator, check some of the expiration dates. If they hella old, you know she nasty. That means she don't shop on a regular. And you know, some women might be like, who are you to this look, man? I'm not no raggedy cat. So, you know, when I used to come through, I'm like, if I'm bringing A game, I'm part of the 1%. I'm in shape, smell good, hygiene good, making moves, making money. I'm not settling for nothing. You know, and there's been plenty of times I used to creep through and bust a cheek, and man, I knew I wasn't going back over there because it was ratchet. You know it's bad when you got to keep your slides on when you busting cheeks because you don't want to touch nothing. You know, you keep your socks on, and as soon as you jump off the bed, you got slides on your feet because the carpet has a crusty feel to it. Ratchet, man. Women who live like that, who consider that normal, are ratchet. So the twerking girl in the club, the twerking on the boat, the girl who's always shaking that ass, it's like, man, shit. She wonder why she can't keep a dude, but she don't think about her actions. 2, 3 baby daddies, they done blew her out, but they ain't trying to be seen with her nowhere because she's just despicable publicly. Might be real pretty, man. I've seen some real pretty ones. That thing feel like it's like a bucket down there though, blowed out. Everybody done beat it down. And she ain't, I mean, and then you talking about getting into your 30s and 40s, you're only in your 20s and it feels like a bucket? Man, you know you got to get somewhere. So be careful who you pick to be a companion, you know, a cheek busting partner, something different. But you look for the quiet sophistication, the one that you can enjoy company, great conversation. She's got some hygiene about herself. She washes that ass. And you can grow with, you can learn from. You know, there's so much confusion now with who takes what role in a relationship. And I'm like, look, man, at the end of the day, you're supposed to be the protector, the provider, the voice of reason. And, you know, shit goes down, you're supposed to handle business. You ain't supposed to take out running and screaming like a little bitch. You're supposed to make sure shit is on point. And nowadays, you know, you got a lot of you dudes, they running and screaming like little bitches too, because they ain't got their shit together. But getting back to where there's distinct roles in a relationship, men, think about what you skeet in before you skeet in it, because it might not be something you want to have to explain 10, 20 years, 20 years down the line why you and the mom ain't together. You don't have to tell your son or your daughter that the mom is a ratchet. You know what I mean? She was a cold, just hoochie in the street, and now she's trying to act like she's something else, but she's not what you want your daughter to grow up to be or your son to grow up to hook up with. Think about that. So, hey man, Big Herc 916. Stop walking around with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at freshoutseries.com. Lockdown's over.
Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.
Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.